Yo. We are back. The first new episode of the new year. It's your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm your girl, Adrian Brandyberg.
And this is Late Night with Nate and Adrian. Boogie!
God.
We are back. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. We appreciate you. Happy New Year, everybody. We made it.
We made it.
To
Never would have made it.
24 without you. How you feeling, Bugs? You got the New Year's glow. How you feeling?
I do got that New Year's glow. You right. True that. True story. You got it.
Moisturizing over the break.
Trying to. That little break was definitely needed. It was definitely necessary.
It was. I mean, I missed you. I missed the day one. So
right.
let's recap for
let's do it. Let's do a quick short recap. The holidays happened.
They did.
It was cool.
I was well refreshed.
Right.
Did my thing.
Well refreshed. No, I spent Christmas solo dolo, which
okay.
I appreciate. I know a lot of people out here that are going either no contact or just don't have family. That's a real thing. And I got to experience it this Christmas.
So was it one of those what do the lonely do?
No, I wasn't scratching my hands on the wall crying while it was raining or snowing or whatnot. No, I actually had a good ass time. I was having I took myself out Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where'd
got
you
a little meal.
Where'd you go? What'd you have?
Your favorite place, Capitol Grill.
Oh yeah, you did it big.
You so funny.
That is my spot. I do love it. It's a quality New York strip.
Yeah, I had a good time. I checked up on my family or whatnot on Christmas, but outside of that, like I was chilling. I was in the house watching TV, catching up on a lot of shows that I probably would never watch regularly. But I took advantage of the time off. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Like it wasn't nothing special, but it was special because I ain't had nothing to do.
So it was special to you. I mean, those are quality time. Okay, those are sometimes when you can have holidays where you don't have to do anything. There's no obligations to anyone. It's just like, this is 2 weeks of just me time or whatever, or even just like you said on Christmas Eve, one of the busiest days of the year. I'm not buying gifts for nobody except for myself. I'm treating me. It's me. Sometimes you need that. So
shout out. Shout out to folks that I respect to everybody that need that reset to be around family and friends. Because that ain't me.
It's like, not I.
But no. I love being around my family and friends, but I really enjoy my solitude. But how was your 2 week?
It was cool, the sabbatical was, like I said, I missed you guys, the day ones. Obviously, Boogie, me and you, we talk, so it was like
that goes without
the time, so we didn't skip a beat, but it was dope. Spent a lot of family time, obviously, that was cool. Made the moms and pops happy with some gifts, nieces and nephews. It was like it was cool because I don't know if this has been known. For those of you who might be new to the podcast here in the new year, go back, look at some previous episodes. I might be a little cranky from time to time, so usually around the holidays I'm just like, for lack of better words, the Grinch, because I'm just like, I just don't like the holidays. not because anyone passed away or anything. Because usually I understand this is why some people don't like the holidays, but
Sure.
in my regard, it's just because I feel like everyone's fake.
Yeah.
You're trying to be nice for a gift, you know,
Mm.
or that sort of thing, or you never get good stuff. It's like people who will just give you bullshit, and it's just like, why are we doing this? You could have just not given me anything, you know.
Mm.
And I know it's the thought that counts, but you didn't put any thought into this, so it's like, why waste your time, your money, and
Mm.
effort? So that's kind of why I don't like the holidays. But I was like, you know what? Let's kind of get in the spirit. So I was like, yeah, it is what it
It
is.
sounds like a little. It sounds like a little mini grind your gears right there.
No, no. I mean, I guess you could say that, but no, it was cool. Christmas and all that stuff was cool. Got a nice little recharge because you know what? It felt like the most Tuesday-iest
Yeah.
Christmas ever.
Agreed.
So it just felt really long. And I don't normally come into town a day. I came in like a day earlier than I normally do. So I guess that
Okay.
kind of
That
led
additional day, yeah. You
to
was like, "God
feeling
damn,
down.
is it just me or"
Man, I was like, well, what is going on? I'm just
Right.
drained, tired. And the fact that it
Yeah.
was like dark at like 4 o'clock. So you just like, woo, it's 9 o'clock. It's like, no, it's not. You're just like,
Not at
damn,
all. It's actually
Christmas.
5.
So that was cool. But the fact that I didn't do anything for New Year's Eve, that was amazing because of all the Christmas running around. I was like, this
Sure.
is my recharge. It was
Yeah.
like I had a whole bottle of champagne, uh
Hey,
fell
okay.
asleep on the couch after the bell dropped or the ball dropped, and I was like, this is amazing. I got really high, not even gonna hold you. I mean, surprise, surprise, you know.
I was like, "You don't say."
Surprise, surprise, right?
Surprise, surprise.
And I was thinking about like the most highest shit you could ever think about, and it was like, what is it, Nate? And I was like, skyscrapers. And it dawned on me, like, I don't know what strain I was on, and I was like, skyscrapers, I get it, because they scrape the sky. And I was like, whatever this was, I was like, bro, put this down, because you are unlocking things in your brain that should
Wait,
not be
not you said unlocking.
it was just like, wow, skyscrapers. I was just like, this
Oh
is
god. And were you speaking this were you sharing this audibly? Were you
no, I
telling
mean,
people,
I
"Oh,
said
this
it
is
out loud
all
to
mental."
myself, and then when
Okay.
I heard it back, it just kind of like, it was
Okay.
just like,
Okay.
I was like, whatever this is, don't smoke this anymore, bro. I was like, you don't need to buy
Note to
this.
self, never again.
Because there's levels. There for those of you that don't know, there's levels to the herbage, to the eddies.
Yeah, and
There's levels to it.
I'm already at wherever the standard is, I am underneath that below, right? The
Oh,
sea
you know me,
level.
Boogie. I'm like, oh, this is the line. Let's go. So,
Right.
I think we found it. I think we have found that level, and I'm like, you know what? Never again. But it was cool.
Boy, you was out here
Everything.
saying you were seeing a lot of things differently, huh? You was
Oh, what's that song? I can see clearly now. Oh my
yeah,
gosh. I was just like, I felt like I was like, what's the next epiphany? Of like, if this is skyscrapers, I'm like, what else is going to be
yeah,
unlocked in my
yeah,
mind? I was waiting, and I fell asleep. So I didn't figure out what else. I guess that was God's way of being like, you don't need to know anymore.
your body
You
was
know.
like, "Nah, we good, y'all. We passed the test. Let's go."
They were like, yo, this dude is crazy.
Hilarious.
But it was cool. It was cool. For those of you who are new to the pod, normally there's a grinding of the gears, but
Mm,
we're like
mm.
4 or 5 days into the new year. I'm not mad. I'm not angry at all.
Not
Nothing
yet, not
has
yet.
nothing has grinded my gears. But Boogie, do you have a grinding?
No grinding here.
Oh,
No
it's a
grinding.
twofer.
Yeah, this is we are refreshed. We are alive and well. It's still taking me a while to really get used to the fact that for the next 3 months I'm going to be like 2023. I mean 2024. So
luckily I haven't had to like write anything with the date on it, because normally that would also get me as well. I'd be writing 3s and 4s, so I'm like, you know what? Cool. Like we're not. I'm cool. So I got it 2024.
The year of Kobe, baby. We in the year of Kobe.
The Kobe year, the year of the truth, as that some might say, the year of the
perfect.
truth.
Whoa.
Not with the year of the truth. That's all I'm gonna say. But before we get to
this boy here,
before we get into
you gotta rub your knees when you say that. You gotta rub your knees when you say that.
Right. I'm sure it's 2024. We have there's upgrades. Upgrades are coming. I've been to the motherland, as you can see in the background. So I had to do it big. I had to upgrade. I had to upgrade for the peoples and everything. It's official. Not red pill. This ain't no red pill, blue pill podcast, but we got the aesthetic. So we'll find out what the background will be next week. I might be on the moon next week. I might be there.
Yeah,
I might be there.
Let's
address the elephant in the room. Let's address it. Let's address the elephant in the room, because Boogie, you said, I'm gonna let you rock. Before we started, you were like, I don't know what the hell's going on. You were like, what? Because I saw your face. It was like this face right here, and it was a little bit of like the jaw drop, and you was like, I'm gonna let you cook. So the elephant in the room, yes, it's the do-rag. It is the do-rag. Got the tail out, the flap in the back,
I don't know what you're protecting.
We're going full on uncle today. Full on uncle. No, it's what it is. Good homie, good friend, Aaron Branch. We were joking. Because he was like, he was talking about being wavy, and I was like, my wavy days are over. And he was like, yo, I got the Bow Wow do-rag. And I was like, cracking up, and I was like, I hate you wavy dudes. I was like, I hate y'all. I was in the Atlanta airport, and everybody had a velvet do-rag on. And he was like, bro, you should get one. He's like, it's a vibe. And I was like, bro, I'm bald. And he was like, bro, it's a vibe. You should get one. So I was like, okay. I was like, let's do this. We doing this 2024. We doing it. So, bald and wavy, we out here. So shout out to for Aaron Branch for giving me the confidence, to be out here bald and wavy.
Maybe you don't know. Maybe it'll actually smooth your,
the follicles,
the dents. You won't be.
Whoa! Wait a minute, Boogie. There ain't no dents. I'm not the golf ball head out here.
No, my bad. Because I've never like really stared at your head, but
it's smooth.
You smooth, yeah, you clean. Because I don't pay attention to that shit like that. Like that
doesn't. The year the savage Boogie taking
my bad.
Boom.
my bad.
Nah, it's okay.
But I'm just saying, like, if you had dents or whatever, or just like any demarcation, that's probably what it's for. It's for you to, keep it nice and silky, shiny, smooth. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, he was right. This do-rag is trash. Like, I don't see how the youths are wearing this. I'm like, okay. It says it's a power wave, extreme silky shiny do-rag. Okay, it's just not comfortable. Maybe because I haven't had hair in years. Maybe I'm not tying it right. I gotta ask some of the youths. Maybe I gotta put the knot in the front. Get creative with it or something. But I'm just like, yeah, you're right, bro. I'm not really feeling it. But I'm prepared to walk through the Atlanta airport. I will fit in. I will, because it was like, I was like, I got to get to like ultimate level of like travel nigga. You know, like I want to be the ultimate like level, and that's like the gold velvet do-rag. This is just the blue one. I thought it was black. I might be that wise because I was like, is this blue or is this black? I couldn't tell. I got home and I was like, it's navy. So I was like, you know, but I want to get to the ultimate level of travel nigga where I'm just like do-rag. Of course, I'm going to have the flap out. I'm going to have the shades, you know, because who travels without shades? You know, you just gotta
need it.
See you can't see my eyes. You know, you see this passport though. You know, you see this global entry, but you know you can't see my eyes. You know,
it's the formula. You need it. Yeah,
it's like, is he bald? I am bald, but I'm bald with the headphones. I'm the ultimate travel nigga, and ultimate travel niggas. You know, we travel with do-rags with the flap out.
It does look like you got a line now. I will say it does look like underneath you got a nice little.
It's working now, Boogie. It's working.
Yeah. And then you out here catfishing mofos.
You know, we restoring the follicles. It's work. I'm gonna get a brush so I can be like LeBron, and you know, I'm just
the way LeBron was hitting all them 8 angles, boy.
I was like, bro, I know your scalp is hurting, dog. Like your scalp is hurting. The scalp is hurting. You know what though? You know what? It's not a grinding of the gears, but I kind of have to go back and I have to.
Here we go.
I have to apologize for the grinding of the gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
So this is like a grinding of the gears apology because Boogie, if you notice, if you look at my face, Boogie, if you look at my face, you know the shades, you know the shades. For those of you who again are new to the pod, the new year, go back and listen to like 2-3 episodes ago. You know, I had ordered some shades. You know, the Prime 21 shades. The gold pair showed up. The black pair did not show up at all. They were supposed to be in the same box.
Nowhere to
and I ripped them. I was like, where are my glasses at? You guys stole my glasses. And, you know, I was like, USPS, one of your employees walking around with my shades. And they weren't walking around with them. I got a knock at the door. And I was like, I didn't order anything. What is this? Had my name on it and everything. It was my glasses. It was my glasses.
They said, here you go, little nigga. This is what you've been crying over.
So, you know what? Sometimes you have to air out your frustrations.
Sure.
Maybe the universe will hear it. You know what else? I think Prime heard it because you know Prime he watches. I know he watches or he listens.
Yeah,
you know, in between, you know, setting up plays and scouting recruits and everything. You know, he's like, let me tune into Late Night with Adrian. You know, I love them. He was like, let me send my boy some shades. And it was him. It was him. So thank you, Prime. Thank you, USPS. Thank you, Blenders. My shades arrived. I'm no longer angry, you know. So thank you, you know. So apologies.
Wait till next week. We'll see.
If nothing else, Boogie, you know who made these shades show up. You know who made them show up, Boogie? Guess who made them show up, Boogie? Just guess.
I don't know.
God did.
Oh God.
God did. God did. God did. God did.
Literally served it up for me. I was like, I don't know who. I was gonna say FedEx. I was gonna say.
I had to do it. I had to do it. But yeah, I'm not upset. So shout out to everyone who had something to do with getting these shades to me. So you know, we're starting the year off with
we're starting off fresh. I'm with it.
But Boogie, you know what time it is? It's time to tip the hat and or the tail on the do-rag to folks who are doing things in the community.
I'm tipping my hat.
And the do-rag. Who you got, Boogie? Who you tip to?
I'm tipping. We starting off right, okay? Won't he do it, as they said right here on this ad. I want to give it up to Tabitha Brown for winning an Emmy. That's right, a whole last Emmy for her web series Tab Time. It's a kids family friendly series. Man, she been doing it big. I love watching her work, her cook, her journey. So shout out to Tab.
And she's so positive. So
yeah, man, I love it.
So that's always an amazing thing, and the fact that I didn't know the
The series,
the infancy of her story as to
oh
as like
yeah,
where she started from, and she was talking about like it was that one video, and she was in her
that
car on her
TTLA.
break.
I
Yes,
gotta try that sandwich too
it
off of Whole
sounds good.
Foods.
I ain't gonna
It,
hold you.
it does. It really sounds. And I believed her when I saw that video of her chewing on it. She was like, my God, I was trying to save that half, but I guess we're eating this other half right now. So,
There's just some people that are so convincing when it
oh,
comes
absolutely.
to food and things. You're like, you know what? I'm not vegan, but I
Yeah,
might be today. You know,
yeah,
like slutty vegan. I'm like, you know what? You guys
yeah,
got me convinced. I want to
yeah,
try it. So shout out to Tab. Love to see
yeah.
it.
Shout out to her. Keep on glowing. We see you. Support. So yeah, who you got for your tip?
Again, shouldn't be any surprise, but surprise, y'all know what it is.
All right.
Michigan won the Rose Bowl. Let's give it up. Let's drop some bombs. They did what they had to do. They took down Alabama 20-27. So shout out to my boys. Everyone doubted us. They was like, they're not gonna win. They can't beat Alabama. And what did we do? We beat Alabama, and we are the Rose Bowl champions. But we got one more game left, though. So we got a game on Monday against the very good University of Washington Huskies. So hopefully my boys can continue this streak, and we can bring home the ship. So, that's who I am tipping my hat to. Hail to the MFN victors.
That's what's up. Good. I'm gonna let you live right there. I know you.
I appreciate it, Boogie. Let me cook, Boogie. Let me cook. The do-rag matches the shirt. Let me cook.
Right.
Hail to the victors.
Okay. This energy, boy. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. I really am.
Let's enjoy it while it's here, because I might be cranky. So the first part of the new year. So let's enjoy it while it is here. But we got some bills to pay, and then we'll be back with news you can or can't use. So let's get to the first ad. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right. First up for news you can or can't use. Katt Williams.
Woo.
Whoa. He's got the internet and every comedian in the world talking. Like, he was on Club Shay Shay, and he unloaded several clips upon several of your favorite comedians. Boogie, did you happen to catch all of the 2 hours and 45 minutes of the most entertaining interview of 2024?
The most electrifying interview. No, let me stop. I was able to watch I watched about 2 hours worth.
Okay.
Hour and a half to 2 hours worth of the interview. Man, that was a long ass interview. But boy, oh boy, was it it was titillating, as they would say.
Man, if Shannon had an issue with ratings before, he does it now, because boy, oh boy, I know they usually give out awards for podcasts and things at the end of the year. You might as well phone it in. Might as well phone it in. How many views? Let me check. I want to see how many views that he's gotten on YouTube before we really get
Dive
into
into it.
get into it.
Man.
Let me take a look. So 22 million views in over 2 days.
Wow.
I mean, like that's just, I'm not hating. Like, I mean, in the podcast space, like that's dope. I mean, you have to tip your hat, clap your hands, whatever, because I mean, that's dope. I mean, you just don't usually see numbers like that. And I mean, Katt provided. If I'm Shannon, I gotta send Katt like a thank
flowers,
you, like,
roses.
Your Christmas gift is gonna be immaculate, sir.
Yeah, and you know, there were some people, you know, in the internet saying that he was, you know, off his rocker, but he looked pretty sound and sane to me. Just want to throw that out.
Very coherent. Remember Shannon was like, let me take this glass away. He's like, I'm more coherent than you. I've only had one sip, or along those lines of what he said. And it was just like, it's like, damn, you know. And I mean, it was very entertaining. I will definitely say,
yes.
It was very entertaining. Am I going to call Katt Williams on some of it?
You said Katt Williams?
I said Katt. I said Katt. Am I calling Katt Williams on some of it? Yeah, there might have been some stretching of the truth, because I mean, again, this is show business. Do I think he can run a sub 4 flat or whatever and be faster than Deion Sanders? Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
But I was captivated by the story. I was like, this is entertaining. Do I think that I saw a lot of people who were like, oh, reading 3,000 books, that's impossible. That's like 8 books a day. That's 10 books. How do you do that? And I was like, it's not impossible when you really like to read. Like, I'm sure, do a lot of y'all remember reading? You know, a lot of people when they were young read a lot, or very avid readers. So it's not impossible. And there's such thing as child prodigies. You know, they do exist. There are certain kids who are out here. You see the stories every so often, kids graduating from college at 13 years old. So that's not unheard of. So it's like, come on, y'all, like, let them rock, let them cook. You weren't there. You know?
I will say, though, one thing that did surprise me, because granted, all of the stories that he shared, it wasn't surprising, but it was just, oh, okay, like, good to know about it. But he grew up Jehovah Witness, and I'm like, what is going on in the kingdom where where there's a nice amount of celebrities that were raised Jehovah's Witness, but for some reason they got excommunicated. They got excommunicated, they got ostracized, and became stars. Like, why we need some research on that, because it's a handful of them where I'm like, damn, y'all grew up Jehovah. Damn, okay.
It's I had some homies that grew up Jehovah's Witness in college, and they were kind of like, I don't really practice anymore. I never really dived into it, but I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I kind of liken it to maybe Christians who are just like, I'm Christianish. I don't really, practice. Because I mean, when you grow up in religions and things, sometimes you see some things and you're just like, I don't necessarily know if I want to do this in my adult life, you know. So I kind of chalk it up to that. But there is something to, because Michael Jackson and them, they were Jehovah's Witnesses, and you see what happened there. So it's like, maybe there's something to this. But also, there might be something to your daddy beating you to fame. You know, not that is what you're supposed to do. But, you know, they always say the people who've had the most hardships, like my dad walked out on me and now I'm the biggest NBA star in the world. You know, it's like, maybe there's something to that. But
it's something. That's all I'm saying.
I think his story, I thought it was funny. Him and the Rottweiler puppy at the truck station or whatever. I was like, that's hilarious. I thought it was also funny. Some of the shots that he took, you know, I was just like, woo. I was like, let me go back and play that back. You know, it was Ricky Smiley, there was Kevin Hart, there was Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. The list goes on, Tiffany Haddish, and it was just like, wow, a lot of everyone's favorites. For some of those, I think these were things that we've also heard before in the past. Like, these are not new stories. These
we've heard rumblings of, you know, these.
But for it to kind of be at this magnitude all at once, it was just like, well, goddamn. And the fact that there's been so many clips to support his argument, it's very telling. And again, these are not see, okay, I'll put it this way, because we're comedians. For those of you who don't, Adrian and I, we're comedians, so these are not necessarily secrets for us. Maybe for civilians, these are things where y'all were like, damn, I didn't know it was to this level of of messiness or competitiveness.
It's, you know what it is, it reminds me of how, like, I will say I absolutely enjoyed the interview, and I absolutely love the fact that he said, he pretty much was just like, liars can make up a history, the history, and if you know, if you don't confront them and let them know, then you know the history will be made the way that it's been told from their eyes. So not to say that anybody is lying or he's lying or whatnot. I just find some truth to having someone come and give an interview just so they can share their side, like their purview, like, and that I think that's all we want, really. We just want to hear the side of the story, and then the internets will decide whether or not they lying or telling the truth.
I think the internet, they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna make their decision regardless. They're already picking sides, and they're picking sides more so based upon who their favorite comedian is over said facts.
Correct.
Katt was dropping facts, and from responses and things that we saw, a lot of people weren't necessarily refuting said facts. It was longevity. We saw that people talked about their longevity. People talked about how much money they have, or movies coming out, or there's only maybe one person who kind of cleared it up, and I think that was like Ricky Smiley, where he kind of was, he had his agent on, so he kind of talked about at least what his process was of auditioning. So that was the only person that I thought was really clearing it up. I know Tiffany was on stage, she said some things to clear it, but it wasn't necessarily people you just weren't, if someone accused me of stealing a joke, I'm definitely, it's tooth and nail, because it's like,
of course,
you know how it is when you're a comedian. I've had a joke stolen. I've been accused of stealing a joke, and it cleared that air because it was like, you didn't steal my joke. And it's the worst thing ever to be accused of stealing a joke, and it's also the worst thing to have your joke stolen from you, because it's literally like you're being stabbed in the back because you took so much time to craft this. So to know that, and to, especially these being veterans, I have to clear my rep way harder. And I just, to me, I just didn't think it was, you didn't really clear your names. That's just me though.
But you also have to remember, these are successful people regardless.
This is very true.
So they could care less. And I think what it is they didn't think it was going to be as impactful as it is right now.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just what it comes down to. So, because the internets are out here being the most creative and most pettiest as possible. There's a response to all the responses.
There is
from folks. And the fact that Ice Cube had to come out with the longest
Man.
slowest.
I was like, bro.
Retort or just clarification. I had to go in the comments just so somebody can wrap it up for me because I wasn't watching that.
I was like, can I fast forward this video? I was like, get to the point.
Ain't no way.
And he didn't even say anything. And I understand because everyone, I get it. This is the industry. This is Hollywood.
You have to be.
You got to play nice.
Yeah, you got to be neutral. You got to.
So I get it. I wholeheartedly understand that, which is why I'm not coming at anybody either way. I'm offering an objective view as a low nigga on the totem pole.
Man, I was about to say the bottom of the bottom. The bottom
I
of
get
the feeder
booked, but I ain't booked like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is just my perspective of the scenes that I have been on and the occasional road shows that I go on. It's just you don't take very lightly to being called a joke thief or those things. And the fact that Katt has proof though, so it's just like woo. And I've seen some videos where some people look like it really ruffled their feathers, and like it really was just like whoa. So it's just like I get it.
He even came at Luda.
Oh man, that was funny. I mean, his response, he was rapping, and I was like, what are we doing here? But but two things can be true. We can say this though: Ludacris has bars. No matter the situation, he's going to have bars. So I mean, it was it was funny. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Comedy
it was tea. It was a lot of tea. So it was a lot of tea. And I will say, for those that still haven't watched it or just seen bits and pieces, go ahead and support and watch it and share your thoughts. Talk to amongst your friends, but don't put it on social media because we've seen all the angles.
Everything. I'm honestly at this point, I've seen every comedian's take. There have been a lot of funny ones. I've seen every civilian's take. There were a lot of funny of those. Now I'm just like, all right, who's going to be the next person to set the internet ablaze of 2024? And I just want people to also understand that comedy is subjective. Comedy is so subjective. So when you hear Katt saying this person not funny, that person not funny, you might I agree. Again, comedy is subjective. I also want people to know, how did they get on the stage? Someone had to see they were funny. These bookers, these club owners, the important people had to see and be like, okay, you got passed on. So you were funny enough to get passed on, because believe it or not, a lot of people do not get, and I'm not even talking about going to just those super heights of being a comedian superstar. I'm just talking about being a regular or a feature at a club. A lot of people do not get passed on from just being an open micer. So it takes a level of being really good at your craft and being a stand-up to get pushed that way. Now, granted, yes, even though some of these people are pushed on, you might be, they're not funny. Again, still subjective. And also, go to comedy clubs. I see a lot of people, your introduction to comedy is seeing a clip of someone doing crowd work. And then when you go to an actual club, you are disappointed, or you're seeing the polished product of a Netflix special or whatever. Please go to an actual comedy club, support the local comedians, support those who are touring, and then you can actually get a feel for what stand-up is, because what you're seeing with just a little snippet, you don't truly understand the art form, and you're forming opinions based on a small clip. So go to an actual club.
Very true.
Go and sit and be immersed into what it really means to be in the comedy culture, and you can understand some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's truly an art form, and people take the necessary time and effort to craft pieces, craft bits and sets. So especially when ultimately our goal is to be funny and entertain crowds. So support live comedy, go to local shows and really understand and just appreciate. I think you would appreciate it more when you hear and just get an idea of what it's like,
Truly. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go check out the interview. Run the numbers up. It's already got 22 billion, so keep running it up for Unc.
Unc out here killing it,
man, for real. Can we get some of those views? Can we get a couple of those? Let's run it up for us too. But let's get to this ad, and we'll be right back.
Yep. Hey y'all, we're gonna take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy, everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
This is a page out of the chicken sandwich frenzy. You know, it is Stanley mania. Like, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but folks have been camping outside of Targets. They have been knocking down Target employees. They have had to have actual police officers standing guard of the Stanley stations because people are losing their goddamn minds over these insulated cups. Like, I don't get it. Boogie, what say you?
I don't get it. I don't care to. It is a bottle insulated cup. But hey, get it how you live. That's just what it is. So I understand. Listen, there's always an item, a product, or something that's crazed that because of the marketing and the hype, a lot of people will follow. And right now, guess what? Stanley Cups got it. They got it.
You know what it is? That TikTok video of when the girl's car was on fire and the Stanley Cup survived and the ice was still clanking around in the cup. That's what did it. I mean, that's what was like, you know what? I need one of these cups along with the other videos. It was one of those things where I remember when these cups were like $12 at like Walmart or whatever. I was like $45. I was reading the story and it said in 2019 they made $70 million. In 2023 they made $750 million. Like wow, like that's crazy. That's crazy. And the fact that they're on StockX, I saw a $700 Starbucks cup on StockX. $700. The cup is $40.
Yeah.
I hope they don't sell it. I hope everyone who's out here price gouging people for these cups, I hope you have to sit on those cups. I hope they're like those people that went out there and bought like 800 packs of toilet paper and trying to price gouge people during the pandemic. I hope y'all don't sell a goddamn thing.
It reminds me of the Supreme craze. Remember when everyone was all about Supreme and then you realize it was just a name? It was literally the name. It was a sticker and they was putting it on shit and they was like, we about to charge $1,000 for just to say Supreme.
$1,000 for a hammer. Like, does it do anything special? Nah, it just, nothing. Hammers and nails,
No,
nothing at all. It's like, and I'm not trying to be that person that's like yucking anyone's yums, but it's like y'all are camping out for cups, like insulated cups. It's literally a Yeti with a handle. It's a hydro flask with a handle. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. And y'all are just like Oh, I gotta go and get it. You know what's crazy? There are better cups that are at a cheaper sticker price. It's just like, Boogie, we got to create something. We got to come up with something so the sheeple will buy it. All we need is one good year. All we need is one good year, Boogie.
Solid good year. Get a couple of influencers, and we Gucci.
We got to figure it out. You know what? We got to figure it out. What can the TikTok girlies go crazy over so we can run those numbers up? Like, this is literally like drug numbers. Like, if this was like the drug game in the 80s, boy, this is like $1 million a day. Because like, boy, I'm sure they're selling cups faster than they can produce them.
Yeah,
like,
that profit margin, they probably like they are paying a whole heap of shit, and we bought this bottle. We're making these bottles for $1. Like, the profit is probably crazy. But shout out to them too. I like seeing companies, because they were down and out for a while, but I like seeing companies that are like, it only takes one time. It's just a reminder. I wish it was a different company. I wish it was, a POC, a BIPOC company, right. But just to, it just goes to show it only takes one person to go. One person, one fire, one car, one
chance is all it takes.
Right, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
But wait. Let's just go back though. Boogie was like, they've been kind of down. They make $70 million a year.
I know. Wait. I know. Let's put it in perspective. Yeah.
I wish I had a down year where I was like, man, we only made 70 this year. But you know what though? I don't know. Everyone got yachts. Even the janitor got a yacht. They was like $750 million. You get a yacht.
But it's gonna be Peloton. It's gonna do exactly what Peloton did. Remember when everybody got Peloton during the Panini? And now
they still ain't lowered them prices.
Yeah, they still have it, but they're giving you layaway prices offerings now. But they had to fire almost more than half of their people. So
I mean, okay. So yeah, I mean, it's sad. I don't know. I want to know what's going. You know what's crazy? I saw people who were showing off their cup collections, and it was some people. I was like, wow, like they have every Starbucks cup. Now you got every Stanley cup. Where are y'all putting these cups? There's only so much cupboard space. Where are these cups going? Like, what is going on? And
it's again, America for you. America.
I'm not gonna lie. I've got like, okay. How many cups do you have, Boogie? How many cups do you have? Insulated and or like the Starbucks. How many would you say
all together? Maybe 10.
Okay, that's a decent number. I think I'm at like 6-ish. I got a decent amount of water bottles, so maybe 6, 7.
I got a lot of water bottles though. I got like, because you need options for the water bottles, like
every day of the week, washing them out and everything like that.
10, yeah, about 10.
But these people be having like literally rooms full of cups.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's like a thing like Stacy in the office, she always has a new cup. Maybe that's what it is. Like, her cups match her outfits or something. Again, I'm not trying to yuck people's yums. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But we're gonna put our Negro minds together so we can come up with something.
Yeah, because something needs to happen. On my end, I need to be just like them, next to them on that yacht. Where you at? Well, I'm right here. Let's go.
That's like, man, what? I was like, what's needed or not needed, because we don't need more insulated cups, but what's something? I was like, this is an insulated cup and you can put it on your hat, like, so you ain't got to carry it. Like, I gotta figure something out. Like this is the scarf fan or something.
You need a lanyard Stanley. You need a lanyard Stanley.
He's just like, oh, you got it. Let me pull it, like when you're going into a room. Boop, I mean, where my cup at? Something like that. Like, man, we got to figure something out. But I mean, it's only 4 days into the new year, or 5 days into the new year, 6 days. I haven't looked at the calendar. We're in the new year, and niggas are tripping, so
yes.
Let's get to it. Boogie, who you got this week?
Speaking of niggars that are tripping, I'm giving my "you niggas is tripping" to the Harvard institution as well as Congress, because Congress
Staff
has
and the
something
record
to do
label.
it as well. You said the record label.
Staff and the record label.
Yeah, the staff and the record label, all of them, for almost, well, it's not almost, for forcing Claudine Gay to resign. For those of you who don't know, Claudine Gay, first of all, is the first Black president of Harvard. She also went to Harvard and Stanford. Like, she is
smart.
well renowned. Like, she has accolades. This is an academia person who knows her stuff, right? Had to resign over her quote unquote controversial statement regarding the current genocide that is happening right now. And so because she is a president of an institution, they decided to ask her to come in front of Congress to talk about and discuss those actions about anti-Semitism on the campus, as well as in her role. Well, after deliberation, and I guess this gentleman, an activist, he started
big money activist. I forget his name, but
Christopher Rofo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correct, but he started putting rumblings in the air that her past work, she has been plagiarizing, and from there, I guess it pretty much snowball effect. And while she was on the stand, there were a number of things. First of all, she's a human being. She's like, yes, there are moments in my tenure, in my career, that I forgot to accredit and give people stuff, but I didn't take the credit for myself. Why would I do such thing? That's not me. That's not how I roll. But I guess after all this hubbub, they're forcing her hand. So she decided, she pretty much was like, you know what? I did it all I can do. She only been president for 6 months. This is the shortest tenure for a president. 6 months? 6 months? Boo to everybody out there. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. And I feel like she got a bad rap right now, but I also feel like, man, this wasn't for you. You following the footsteps for what we thought that's the road we supposed to be going. but baby girl, you're gonna find something a lot better. And I just want to say that the Harvard institution the whole staff at whole, even though she's still a faculty.
They're still on payroll.
Yeah, she's still on payroll. She's still getting that Chizek, but boo to them. Like they wrong for that. So
yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I agree wholeheartedly. It was a hit job. It was 100% a hit job by powerful billionaires who did not like her statement. Not just her statement. University of Penn, their president, she stepped down. They're attacking the president at MIT. They're attacking, it was another university as well. So they're going after all of them for what they deem as anti-Semitic statements, and how they were handling the anti-Semitism on those campuses in the Ivy League.
Yes.
University of Penn, that was the other school. University of Penn, they actually threatened to take $100 million, or their donors threatened to not give them $100 million endowment if said president at University of Penn stayed in place. So they are going through doing a hit job. I forget their name. They were part of Congress, but they were like, yes, we've done it. We've got one more to get. when they were talking about the MIT president. Quite funny, one of the billionaires who led this onslaught of the plagiarism, his wife also is up in higher academia. It's been found out that she plagiarized some things. So I wonder what's going to happen
to her
with that. Because we see what's happened to Claudine Gay, which is so terrible, because this is a huge shot to other Black educators, primarily Black women who are educators. This doesn't make them feel safe in positions of power, or as they try to reach those positions of higher academia. So this is just stupid. And if she allegedly plagiarized, as you say, then why was she given the job? Why wasn't this found out? Because they do deep interviews. They have to go through.
They vet very, very extensively, and yet all of a sudden we now come up with these claims of plagiarism. This is crazy to me. It's crazy.
So it's just like, again,
but it wasn't for you.
It's just like she's gonna be all right. She's gonna be okay. It's just, we see what's happening. We all know what it is, and it's just like, all right, let's move on. Because again, it wasn't. It was funny. Harvard, they weren't saying any. They were backing her with the statements that she made. They were like, yeah, it is what it is. But it was the plagiarism. So it's just like, that's what it is. It's just like, you didn't care about the statements that she made. It's just the fact that she allegedly plagiarized. Like, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Is it not freedom of speech, or we are doing freedom of speech? Like, make up your mind, world. Like, that's just,
I mean, it's
America.
Slippery slope. Slippery ass slope.
Anyways, who you got for your niggas is tripping?
Again, shouldn't be a surprise here. I know this video is circulating around of this idiot who literally leapfrogged the judge's table and attacked this judge. I don't know his name, don't care what his name is.
Man, high jump.
But he's getting my y'all niggas is tripping, like, because it's like, bro, what were you thinking? Like, there's no way you possibly could have thought, like, what was the outcome of this? Like, you were trying to get probation or whatever for DV. He's a 3-time felon here or whatever. And I'm not trying to come down on the brother. These are just the facts. So it's just like, what did you think was going to happen? What was the outcome as to you doing this? And it was so irritating, because it's like, you already are here for domestic violence and you're literally doing the same thing again. Like, it's just like, so I saw so many people who were like, well, she was being smart. She deserved it. When do people deserve to get attacked like this? One, for doing their job. And also, if you feel this way, that judges should be attacked, then do you feel the same way about Judge Mathis? Because he calls people crackheads. Is that not
left
getting
and right?
Judge Joe Brown was cutting into people. Judge Judy was cutting into people. So is that not being smart? Like, come on, man, use common sense here. Like, homie was wrong, and you embarrassed your family, you embarrassed yourself that much more, because you can hear somebody in the background like, get off of her, which I could assume is someone in your family. Like, why would you do this?
Dishonor to you, dishonor to your family. All
it's
of
like,
that.
Come on, man. And her name was Judge Mary K. Holthus. Excuse me if I didn't say that right. She said she did make a statement. She wanted to thank all the well-wishers and others who expressed concern to her and her staff. She's extremely grateful for those who took brave action during the attack. I also got to give y'all niggas is tripping to the bailiff, to every bailiff that was in there, even the dudes that were behind her. Like, what were you thinking? It was almost like when you see someone charging, and it's like, why were y'all not running to meet him when he jumped or whatever? They were thinking,
he crazy. Let me get away from that.
Like, they were just, I'm like, bro, all y'all got to be fired, because y'all were so delayed in getting there. It's like, what were y'all doing? They beat the shit out of him. Not gonna lie, they did. Her not a little, but her clerk. He was throwing haymakers. He was kidney shots. I was like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
They were stumping the yard on your man. Yeah,
but it was like, bro, y'all moved entirely too slow. I'm glad she's doing well. Homie, you ain't never getting out of jail now, bro. Like, you will not see the light of day, and you shouldn't when you are out here abusing people.
Yeah.
So, like she said, you're gonna get a taste of your own medicine, and they're going to probably beat your ass in prison because you know how they feel about beating on women and stuff. So it's just like, hey,
good luck, my mans.
I do have an honorable mention. Which is funny, man. That, you know, I'm sure a lot of you know that the Epstein list has came out. There have been a real list, a fake list, and on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers made a comment about Jimmy Kimmel, and I thought Jimmy Kimmel's response was quite funny. Except for the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft brain wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. It said, your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up and we will debate further actions in court. I think that is the perfect explanation for someone who we know either has CTE right now or is going to have it. You can look up Aaron Rodgers' comments and things that he has said in the past. You know what type of dude he is. So kudos to Kimmel for firing back. But also, go ahead, my bad.
No, I was gonna say Kimmel out there, that was the most gangsterous professional comeback. I wish you would.
Man. It was just like, oh, chef's kiss. And you know what's funny is the amount of dense people online who are just like, Kimmel soft. He's soft. Oh, this is, you don't want to take a joke. You're a comedian. It's not a joke when your name is allegedly put on a list
associated
of pedophilia.
With, I was gonna say, yep.
That is not anything to joke about. And I think any of you, whether you had a media empire to look out for or just your good name in general, I think you would fire back with a statement of that sort and say something too. Like I don't care. I'm suing you. I'm suing all y'all.
Especially against the immunized dunce of Aaron Rodgers. Like, come on now.
It's like, what are you doing? And I see ESPN was like, we are not making a comment at all about what goes on certain shows on our network. You know, the Mouse sent out one of those letters. They went and tapped Pat McAfee and all them on the shoulder, like, yo, my guy, log out. We got to talk to you real quick. Know
that was definitely a conversation. Like, hey, can you give us about 5-10?
It was like, we know Aaron is on here weekly, but either you're going to talk to him or we're going to talk to him. And if we have to talk to him, it's not going to be a good conversation for either one of you.
It's not going to be pretty.
It was like a page straight out of HR. So it was like, again, chef's kiss. Y'all niggas is tripping. Let's do better at 24 or maybe not. Keep tripping so we can have something to talk about, you know.
Fair.
Let's get to this final ad and we'll be right back for the final topic.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21 Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21 Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Man, you know, there's a lot of New Year's traditions that are good, some are bad. This is probably one of those ones that people should stop. So supposable people woke up and noticed that their car had random bullet holes in it for people shooting in the air on New Year's Eve. It's just like, again, like, if y'all gonna do this, why don't you go out into like an open field or something? Find a bando. Why don't you just shoot up the bando or something? As long as no one's in there, you know. Well, just go to a gun range or something. That's what they should do. They should open up 24-hour gun ranges on New Year's Eve. Maybe not, because people would be drunk.
Nah, hell no. That's a bad. Don't. That's terrible. That's a terrible idea. No
but
way.
They got to figure something out, Boogie. I don't get it. Like, I know over here it was like they weren't even waiting for midnight. They was shooting at like 9 o'clock, and I was like,
man. So
it's just, and it was like machine guns. I was like, what type of extendo clip? Because it wasn't just like pow pow. It was like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I was in New York for New Year's Eve, so I didn't get a chance to really experience the Philly New Year's, and I gotta be honest, probably will never. But
oh, you know what it was dirt bikes and 4-wheelers through the streets, and
yeah, I was just about to say it definitely felt like a holiday. I'm sure it felt like a holiday for sure. Because listen, people been holding out. They got packets and cases of artillery and armory. They've been holding on to all that pent up energy. They need New Year's to release.
Niggas was literally shooting off cannons at midnight. It was boom, boom. It was literally bombs. And the only thing I can think of is there's a video of like the 4th of July in Chicago, and it is like niggas shooting off like bazooka fireworks.
Yeah,
that's what it was. And I was like, where y'all getting these things from? Like, does Amazon just have like freak 4th of July, New Year's Eve sales for fireworks? Or y'all crossing the border at Indiana where it's just like Crazy Jim's fireworks? Because anyone who's ever driven through Indiana, you know it's going to be 18 billboards about Jesus and like 45 billboards about fireworks.
Yep.
So it's just like, where are y'all getting these shits from? I was just like, stop shooting though. Like, the bullets eventually they do come down. Like,
they fall. You know they gotta come down. They gotta go somewhere.
I just wonder, is it just like niggas be like, are you shooting at like an angle so the bullet kind of goes further? Are you shooting straight up and you just like, okay, let me run away?
You ain't never held a gun because the way that do you shoot?
Well, I mean, I have, but it's more like, okay. So my one time firing a gun, I did try like the sideways, and my dad was like, what the hell are you doing? He was like, that's not how you hold a gun, son. You ain't gonna hit nothing. So then I did do the one where it was like, and it was the biggest kickback ever. And I was like, you know what? Guns ain't for me. But now let me get a couple of them things. Run up in here if you want to. But it was just like, I just, you're right, because especially I be
run up here if you want to. He gonna be like, I'm good. I'm go ahead. Well, but I need to.
You get done up. You see the do-rag. You see it. I'm about that life, Boogie. I got the tail out. Run up in here if you want to. You see the tail. Run up in here if you want to.
You ain't stopping nothing.
But no, it I just really wonder, like, what is the thought process behind is it the fact of like, we are gonna shoot and run? Because I've never been out there when they've been shooting. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen from earshot, like, oh, they got it going. You know, I don't understand it.
Maybe it's a cowboy. Maybe it's a cowboy thing. You know, yeehaw! What bow bow down bow 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 bow.
I did. I could see that. Except niggas, what's that video when they did LMA and they had Boosie and all them with the guns? I could see it like that, or it's just like slow motion, just gunplay. I did see a video where there was an old dude that was trying to run out and he couldn't get his gun to. They was like, "Granddaddy, you done missed all the shooting." It was just like, at some point in time, you have to retire. You know, your shooting in the air on New Year's. You just gotta leave it to the use.
There has to be, there has to be an expiration, a time, a max time for sure.
You know, I'm thankful that I parked my car in the garage. You know, so I don't have to worry about people in the community, shooting up in the air. I don't have to worry about my car getting shot up with New Year's Day bullets or New Year's Eve bullets. So I'm low key thankful for that. So maybe y'all should park under car covers or park in areas where the bullets aren't necessarily. I don't know, but. Let's figure something out. Let's figure it out. Be better, y'all. Like, just shoot the fireworks off. I'm more okay. Just shoot the firework bazookas off at midnight. I'd rather you shoot those than bullets. Like, do that. Just disturb dogs, cats, veterans. Disturb the whole community with fireworks than shooting. Like, just do that. It's way safer. It's way safer. Boogie.
Yes, sir.
We have come to that time of the year. It's time for the first nothing but facts of the new year. I had it. I lost it. I'm about to pull it back up. So bear with me. I had it. I was like, where is my nothing blunt fact? Because it was a good one. Let me see where it's at. It was a really good one. And I was like, you know what? Oh, here it is. Found it. First nothing blunt fact of the new year. Okay, you ready for this one? You guys ready?
Okay. I am.
All right. The day the child realizes that all adults are imperfect, he becomes an adolescent. The day he forgives them, he becomes an adult. The day he forgives himself, he becomes wise. Alden Nolan. Nothing but flags. Sit on that. Breathe on that. I feel like some of you guys, you might not be having some positive energy for 2024. Forgive them, people. Forgive yourself. Become an adult. Don't live in adolescence. That's your nothing but fact. Be blessed, y'all. Oh, man. Like, subscribe on your podcast platform. Shout out to the day ones. We appreciate you guys for checking in yet again to the first episode of the new year. I don't got nothing else, but what you got for the first episode of New Year for the People's Boogie?
Man, for the first episode of the new year, just want to give a thanks and all around shout out to everyone that's been reaching out to us, commenting, liking, subscribing, and we would like for you to continue on, to the new year. Let's, tis a new year. Let's keep this baby going. You know what I mean?
It is, new year, new us, new background. Tune in next week to see, for those of you who are reviewing, what the background might be. It might be your favorite location. So tune in and find out what it is. This
guy got a new green screen. Let him live. You know what I'm saying?
Boogie,
come in.
We brand new.
Right. Act brand new. I love it. But don't forget to smash that bell so you can get notified when our content drops as soon as it drops. And also to tell a friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening to it and watching it as well.
Exactly. Again, we're on all podcast platforms. Boogie ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else. Boogie! Let's get up out of here. Again, I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
Once again, I'm Adrian Brady Bird.
Thanks for tuning into your favorite podcast. Sometimes. Goodbye.
Bye, y'all.